My name is Selina Thompson. I am a performance artist and writer based in Birmingham. I am at BAC today filming a version of my show, Salt. So Salt is a one-woman theatre show. I made it in 2016. In February of that year, I got on a cargo ship in Belgium and retraced the route of the transatlantic slave triangle. So sailed from Belgium around the west coast of Africa to Ghana, then hopped across to Jamaica and then sailed back across the Atlantic to Belgium before returning home. And it was part of a pilgrimage and exploration into the afterlife of slavery and colonialism and how it continues to manifest, but also like a massive exploration of grief and of suicide, because my work is always really cheerful and upbeat. But it sort of, when we came home and then we're making it a show, it became this sort of monologue with a ritual running alongside it. And I guess what I wanted the show to do was to make me and anybody else, particularly descendants of like the African diaspora, feel less crazy, if that was how they were feeling. I wanted to open up and share the space of reflection and grieving that I got to get by making that journey. So we made the trip in 2016, and then I had 1 month to turn it into a show, which was very stressful. And I actually did a 2-week residency here with China Plate, where I worked with a writer called Claire Duffy, and she taught me about the hero's journey and all the problems with the hero's journey, and that was a big part of how we rewrote the show, so it's quite nice to be back here with it. It had a run at the Royal Court where it was performed by another actress. It takes quite a lot out of me to perform it. Then there was a pandemic, so it was meant to go to like Berlin and Belgium and all sorts of exciting places, but we were all at home. And lots of people still wanted to experience the work. And when the protests about George Floyd were happening and lots of institutions learned the words Black Lives Matter, apparently for the first time, a lot of people wanted the work, and we didn't have a recording of it that allowed us to disperse it and share it in the way that we wanted to. So that was something that we came out of the pandemic really wanting, like a good version of the work that enabled people to experience it at home, that meant that when people wanted to study it, they had access to it, and that also like means that when the day comes and I'm like, actually performing this is a lot and I don't want to do it anymore, I don't want to pass it to anybody else, it's there. What do I hope audiences forget? Feeling that responsibility of watching something that is like charged with the particular energy that surrounds artworks that explore race, and like beaming that into somebody's home. Like, how is that done with an awareness of what you're doing and a respect of that? I don't think I could ever say that Salt is a safe work, or I could make it safe. I think there's too much triggering stuff in there. But I feel like there's a point at the end of that work where I like give out soul and like speak with audience members at the door, and I'm interested in how that like moment of connection can be built into the film. I also think that it's meditative and it's storytelling, and I think that's something really compelling that film versions of theatre shows potentially can do. When it's like one person speaking into the camera, that sort of like really intimate storytelling. I'm interested in if and how you can make that work.